Hello everybody, my name is Heather and welcome to my channel. As you can see from the title of this video, I am doing my April wrap-up and May TBR. And so, let's just jump into it. This month I read 5 books and they're all full-length novels, which is cool. One of them being an audiobook, so that's Nito Burrito as well. At the beginning of the month, I did read Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. This was actually on my April TBR and I read it, so that's cool. It's a super cute little contemporary romance following Lola and the boy next door, whose name is Cricket, and it's just super adorable. They live in San Francisco. As you can see, there's the Golden Gate Bridge. I had to think about that. It's not Golden State Bridge, it's Golden Gate Bridge. I'm from California, I should know this. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much I can say about it beyond the fact that it was just what I needed. It hit the spot. It was cute, lots of unique characters, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I read Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins, third and final book to the Anna and the French Kiss trilogy. This follows Isla and Josh, who actually appears in Anna and the French Kiss. So it kind of comes full circle. They go back to Paris. Although I don't know if I liked this one as much. I feel like Isla and Josh were a little ridiculous, which is fine. They're young, so I have to, it's okay. But I still gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I'm just gonna put in the audiobook I read real quick. I read Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. This is a nonfiction book about creative living beyond fear. So I think it's a really great book for anyone who has creative inclinations, if that makes sense. If you're a writer, an actor, an artist of any kind, a YouTuber, it's for you, because it talks about balancing your creative desires with a realistic lifestyle and how to fit it in, and it basically takes every excuse you've ever come up with to not live your creative lifestyle and just kind of goes nah. Another interesting tidbit about it is that whenever you have an idea, you need to actually put your effort into making that idea a reality, because otherwise the idea will leave you and go to someone else. She believes ideas are kind of like sentient beings, and they exist all around us, and they come to you because you're the one who's going to make them exist on our plane or something. But if you don't do anything about it, they're going to go to someone else. So whenever anyone, I don't know, if you're a YouTuber and you have an idea for a video but you just haven't gotten around to filming it yet, and then it pops up somewhere else, you're like, hey, that was my idea. It's one of those things. I read The Girl from Everywhere by Heidi Heilig. This was also on my April TBR, so cha-ching. And this is about a girl named Nix, whose father is the captain of a ship, and he is a navigator with a capital N. This is kind of a fantastical story where he can actually travel to any place, anytime, real or imagined, as long as he has a map to that place. And his motivation is he's trying to go back to late 1800s Hawaii to save his love, the mother of Nix, from dying of this illness. But Nix is really afraid that it's going to make her cease to exist or change the past so much that she becomes a totally different person. And it was pretty interesting. It was unlike anything I've read before. It was a kind of different kind of time travel book. Pretty adventurous, but it kind of slow at the beginning, and then it got to a point where it kind of became a heist story, which was cool. And I don't know, it was a little bit romantic. Not as romantic as I wanted it to be. I'm just in a romance mood. Yeah. I forgot to rate Big Magic, but that was a 5 out of 5 star book. And this, I believe, I don't remember what I gave it on Goodreads, but 3.5 out of 5 stars. Finally, I read The Glittering Court by Richelle Mead. This was the only book I actually completed for the author-a-thon, read-a-thon. It fulfilled the prompt, give an author a second chance. So I read Soundless by Rochelle Mead and thought it was just okay. So yeah, and I read this and thought it was just okay. I did film a review on it, so I will be posting that at some point if it's not already up. This follows Adelaide, who is a countess who is trying to escape an arranged marriage. So she finds out about the Glittering Court, which is basically a group that teaches impoverished young ladies how to become proper wives. So they go to the New World and basically can sell themselves off to the highest bidder, basically. So I don't remember what I gave this on Goodreads, but honestly, probably 2.75, 3 out of 5 stars, something like that. It was a pretty fast-paced novel. I mean, I was pretty immersed in it, but only because of the plot. The reason that I'm kind of like lowering my scoring of this book, I guess, is because the characters were just so boring to me. There was a romance in here, but it was just like, blah, I don't know. The only character I really liked was Mira. I thought she was very interesting, and I hope that some of the next books, because this is a series, the other books are going to be following totally different characters. I hope that one of those books focuses more on Mira because I liked her so much more. So yeah, this was marketed as a fantasy novel, although there was no magic involved. That's what I think of fantasy, but Sam from Thoughts on Tomes was saying that it probably should have been marketed more as an alternate history kind of book, which makes sense because it was pretty obvious that where she was from was meant to be like Victorian England and the New World was meant to be like the United States kind of thing. There's a group of people that are probably meant to be like the Native Americans, like the indigenous people of the New World. So it's kind of, it has these allegorical aspects to it. Okay, so now for my May TBR. Some of these you've probably seen in some of my past TBRs because for some reason I keep pushing them back. Starting off, Spark Joy by Marie Kondo. I'm still at the same spot. This was in my, I don't know, February TBR, my March TBR, my April TBR, my Authorathon TBR, but I just haven't picked it up again. I just haven't been in the mood for learning how to organize my home. Next is Stars Above by Marissa Meyer. This should be a fast read. I just literally haven't even opened it yet. I want to get back into the world of the Lunar Chronicles very badly, and it's short, and I should just be able to pick it up and read it. I just haven't opened it yet, so I do want to finish it so I could put this beautiful book on my bookshelf. Here's another one that's been in quite a few TBRs. This is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. It follows witches who have cool powers. The main character is able to tell when people are lying. I just have not picked it up. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just haven't. So, but I will. I need to. I would really like to. So, okay. I've actually already read this. And I know it's in my TBR video, but I didn't know if I should put it in my March wrap-up or my March wrap-up, my April wrap-up or my May TBR, because I did start it in April, but I finished it on May 1st. So I don't know, but I'm throwing it in here, and it was so good. I should say what this is if you don't recognize it. This is The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Adia. This is the second and final installment to the Wrath and the Dawn duology, and it was amazing. I am really happy that this was good. I'm really happy that I loved it so much because I've just been reading like meh books lately and it's disappointing. Spoiler alert, not for the plot, but just for me. 5 out of 5 stars. So I might mention it in my May wrap up, but I guess I don't have to because I mentioned it now. Another book that's been on quite a couple, I don't know why I said that. A few of my TBRs is The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. This is the second book in the Bone Season series, and it's just big, and I'm intimidated a little bit by it, just because I know so much is gonna happen, and I know it's gonna be good. I just know. So I just keep, I don't know, I keep putting it off for things that maybe that's why I haven't been reading so many good books. It's because I pick up the ones I know are just gonna be okay because they're not gonna break my heart, maybe. Finally, and I took the cover off because it's super reflective, I am reading, it's broken because I got it used, A Breath of Snow and Ashes by Diana Gabaldon. So this is the 6th book to the Outlander series, and I have been putting it off for almost a year now because the 5th book, The Fiery Cross, was just so boring. But I'm just gonna kind of chip away at it. I'm not gonna try and finish it in like a week, which is my MO for reading. I'm just gonna do a little bit at a time, every day, every other day or so through the month, and hopefully finish it by the end of May. And I'm going to allow myself to read other books at the same time, which is different for me. I don't usually do that, but I'm gonna do it. I totally forgot about A Court of Mist and Fury coming out. I'm gonna be receiving it tomorrow. Creeps in this petty pace from day to day. So that might replace one of these, or I'll just read it in a day and it won't even do anything about my TBR, but I'm definitely reading A Court of Mist and Fury as soon as I get it. So I'm sorry if that was aggressive, but I just had to convey my excitement about that book. I'm going to end this video here. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you like me, you can go ahead and subscribe. That'd be pretty cool. You don't have to, as usual, but if you do, neato. And comment down below what books you read in the month of April and what books you plan on reading in the month of May. I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Goodbye!